And welcome back. As promised prior to the break, I told you that we will be having a special guest this morning. We have Mr. McDonald Romaine, and most of you who've seen his face on the screen now, you would know him as, they call him Big Mac. If you travel to New York and you have to get provision and stuff, you go to the Labay market. Yes, he is Grenadian. He is, how do I put it, a kayak Grenadian or a Grenadian kayak? Mr. Romaine, how do I put it?
A Grenadian.
Grenadian.
Born in Carriacou.
Right.
Yes.
So I don't want to take away anything from Carriacou.
Yeah, I know. They have their thing.
That's right.
Yes.
So I just wanted to speak to you a bit on a Grenadian living in the diaspora and being successful. Why did you decide that, hey, I'm going to start Labay Market? I'm going to bring what Caribbean people want from Grenada and the other island to Carriacou, and we've been doing it so well since 2005.
Yes. Well, good morning, and I must say it's a privilege to be here. I'm so happy to come back home.
Nice.
I could imagine what heaven is like.
Wow.
When I come to Grenada, it feels a little bit like that. So I'm so happy to be here. This thing started, well, first to begin, I must tell you that I've been buying and selling since I was 5 years old.
Wow.
Okay? I started this journey since I was 5 years old. I grew up in Carriacou. I went to Bishop's College, and at 11 years old, and I only went to school 4 days a week.
Okay, on Fridays, market day?
On Friday, during the afternoon, when everybody went to play cricket and play football, I went to buy cattle in all the different villages.
Okay.
And sometime all 8 o'clock in the night, I'm driving cattle to come home. On Friday, I was in Labay.
Okay.
All right, selling my cattle, buying my provisions and stuff, and going back to Carriacou. Very serious. So this is the reason why we call the place Labay Market. It was a very special thing to me. When there was no boats, I went crazy in Carriacou. Okay. We went on 15-foot and 10-foot boats from Carriacou. I had to get to Grenada. Okay. I had to get to Labay. So that was one of the things that really inspired me. So it started, the seed was sown a long time ago. And when I came in Grenada, I think in about 1986, somewhere around there, I was driving through the countryside and I see all the fruits falling on the ground, spoiling. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, excuse me. We're in New York. There was only one place you could have gotten this sort of stuff. You had to go by this guy on a Saturday morning. Excuse me, on a Saturday morning to get produce from the Caribbean.
Okay.
And wasn't that much. You know, everybody flocked there. And some water, so you could cut.
Yes, go ahead. So, yes. So viewers, we're going to take a very quick break and we'll be right
Yes.
back. And welcome back. We are speaking here with Mr. Romaine, Big Mac of Labay Market in New York. Prior to the break, you were speaking to, that smaller entity that everyone flocked and...
Yes. So I was saying, when I came to Grenada in 1986 and I saw all this fruit spoiling, I said, we can do something. So I called my brother and I said to him, I said, you know what? Sorry. Let us start something.
Okay.
I was into construction in New York. So we started to bring in stuff. We didn't have no direct flight to New York.
Okay.
So we had to use Liat,
Okay.
go to Barbados, take Pan Am, New York. When I started off, I had no license.
Oh.
I had no idea All I knew, there was fruits in Grenada.
And you
People
wanted
needed it in New York,
and you get
and I'm
to
going to bring it. Well, when I got to the airport, when they pick up my stuff, they say, well, where's your papers? You need a broker, you gotta go to customs, you gotta do USDA. Well, I lost a lot of money, so to speak.
Okay.
All right? And I learned a lot. So I first started selling on the street and went to my backyard. And the backyard thing was a good thing. Was a good line. People come on a Friday, on a Saturday. That was the spot. They come from all over. And then we graduated to the place we have on Nostrand in 2005. And to this day, here we are. It's been very successful, but the journey has not been a smooth journey.
Right.
It's been ups and downs. In the beginning, it was very hard. People didn't really understand and appreciate what they had. So there was a lot of people migrating to the States at that time, and they saw cheap food, and everybody went to buy that stuff. But nobody thought about what they had until after people started getting more conscious.
Right.
And then the business started to grow. Of course, we brought a lot of fish from Grenada, from Tobago, and a lot of rumors. As you know, small island people, they say, oh, he's not bringing the fish from Grenada. He's bringing the fish, he's buying the fish in Chinatown. And business went down, but I persisted, and here we are today.
Okay.
As a great pillar in the community, representing Grenada very proudly, very, very proudly.
So apart from Grenada, what are some of the other islands that you...
Well, we bring stuff from all over the Caribbean. We bring from St. Vincent, we bring from St. Lucia, Trinidad. We do Dominican Republic. I also have a farm there. And we do all over, wherever because you have to have, in the beginning I only did Grenada.
Right.
But we suffered a lot because, things are seasonal.
Right.
And Grenada, most times you have things, when it goes, it goes. When it comes, it comes.
Right.
But you have different islands. Like for instance, in St. Lucia, there's a lot of breadfruit right now.
Okay.
Dominican Republic, there's a lot of breadfruit right now. There's none in Grenada.
Right.
So we had to follow the stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So I couldn't open up without having any breadfruit. You understand? Mm-hmm. So we had to follow this stuff, and hence the reason why we ended up doing a lot of different places.
Okay. And for you in Grenada now, is it that you deal with a certain number of farmers, or you have a farm in Grenada? How does it work to ensure that you have produce from Grenada?
Well, we started a farm, which is something I said I would never do, being a absentee farmer.
Right.
But I wanted to have this stuff really authentic, and I wanted to do it myself. It means a lot. People know where this stuff is coming from, how it's done, what it is, and I thought I had to do that myself. So I started to do my own farming, but we source from a lot of different farmers.
Right.
A lot of different farmers. I mean, we are so happy that we could be the meal ticket for a lot of farmers, and a lot of the things that I bring from other places, the idea was to bring it from Grenada, but we have challenges.
Right.
Getting everything from Grenada. I would like to send all my money to Grenada. I mean, really and truly. But the challenges, we have the airline challenges, we have workers shortages and stuff like that. So it's been some challenge, but I would really, really like and hope that one day, maybe 70% of our stuff could come from Grenada. It's a great, I'm so proud of being a Grenadian, and it gives me great, bragging rights.
Right.
When I can tell you, this I grew it myself, and I grew it in Grenada. People come from near and far to get the stuff that we grow. So it's a very, 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 very proud thing.
So I know we have increased flights and so now to New York, but how often do you bring up produce?
We ship from Grenada 3 to 4 times a week. But the problem is the space. Now, for instance, JetBlue don't take no cargo.
Okay.
JetBlue goes to New York, they don't take no cargo. American takes cargo through Miami. Sometimes it's always filled with passengers. So we space available, all right? Like this week, for instance, we have space today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's a good week.
Okay.
Sometimes we only get one shipment out a week with Amerijet to Miami. So I'll take Amerijet from here to Miami, and then we'll pay somebody in Miami to get the freight from Amerijet, transfer it to American to come to New York. So it's costly, you know, and sometimes inconvenient.
Okay, so what are some of the main produce that you get up in the
I tell you one thing. If I bring dirt from Grenada, I can sell it. And I have brought down to bamboo brooms, nutmeg shells, and people have bought it. But the main things that we do, Dashin bush, Dashin, the number one is soursop, of course. And then we do sugar apple and all the other stuff, custard apple, mammy apple. We do a lot of cinnamon, a lot of spices, you know, out of here. But the main thing is soursop. Right now we're doing golden apple again.
Okay.
We back this year. We started off the golden apple again in earnest, and we're doing maybe 10,000 pounds a week, which is pretty good for Grenada. I met a farmer on Saturday, and he was expressing his gratitude in that he could be able to sell his golden apples.
Right, right.
But that in itself is a challenge because it's not allowed through Miami.
Oh.
And most of our flights go through Miami. It's not allowed to go to Miami. So we have to go to Gatwick in London.
So you have to go to London and, wow.
Then truck it to Heathrow. Heathrow to New Orleans. Truck it to Mississippi, get it treated, and then truck it back to New York.
Time is reached ripe.
No, most times, I mean, the ideal times, like what we send on a Wednesday, we get it in New York on a Monday. And most times they're refrigerated, so it comes decent, you know, good enough. But that's a challenge that we have with that. We heard that they opened up a plant in Florida by next year, so hopefully we'll be able to go direct, and then we'll be able to do a lot more.
Okay.
Golden apple.
So what would you say generally your initiative on Labay Market has done for the Grenadian community?
I think we are a shining star. I'm not saying that for myself, but I've been told. And from the impact that we have, we can see. Now, we have people that come to us from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Long Island. People come from Delaware. They come from Maryland to come to buy their stuff on a Saturday. And on a Friday, whatever it is, we have wholesalers, because I sell the soursop, the golden apple wholesale. People come from Pittsburgh, which is 6 hours away. They come from Boston. They come from all over to buy the stuff. And I think it shines a great light on Grenada. And anytime I get a chance, I talk about Grenada. I promote Grenada. And I'm very, very happy. I think it makes a big difference. Although, I think we can get more support from the Grenadian community in New York. Sometimes people really don't appreciate their own, so to speak. I'm not knocking people. We have some diehard people who've been coming. Some of them met their wife by me. Their children was born, you know, and I'm serious, you know. But I think for the Grenadian community, we can get much more support. If we do get more support, it'll be much better for us. But we'll be there. We're making a great impact. We're the only store, people who grow, import, and sell direct back to the consumers. So you don't find that around. Everybody, and sometimes when we are lucky, we have the stuff in New York the same day.
Okay.
You know, or the next day. So it's like picking the stuff in Grenville and bringing it to St. George's, you know. So it's a great impact, but it's a lot of logistics into getting it, you know, that those things to happen. People sometimes take it for granted, but it's a lot of logistics. But we're doing it
But have you ever thought of giving up?
many times. Many times. But you know what? For me, this thing is in my blood.
Right.
I think that God has me, and people can not agree with me. I think it's a calling that I have. Because if you were to pay me to do what I'm doing, I wouldn't do it. All right?
Okay.
So I think it's a calling. And I'm gonna bid it until the Lord says so. And I think we're making a great impact. We're doing good. We sell a lot of herbs also, and we help a lot of people. You know, people come for a lot of different reasons. But I think we're making a great impact. And I think giving up is another option.
Right.
Yes.
So before we wrap, I just want to ask you for some encouraging words, because I know the government places a lot of emphasis in terms of getting persons involved in agriculture, you know, because based on what you're saying, once it is done properly, there is a market.
We are here in New York, me, myself. One of my main goals is to help facilitate the movement
Right.
of stuff from Grenada. And I love the small farmers because they're more authentic. I love to deal with small people, and this is one of the reasons why I became very successful. But I don't think enough is being done.
Okay.
All right? There's an elephant in the room, and nobody wants to address that elephant: the labor shortages. You cannot find anybody that wants, the young people don't want to work on the farm, and it's very distressing. You know, I mean, if you look at Grenada itself, we are importing 80% of the food that we eat, we consume right now. And this is one of the reasons why I'm coming back to Grenada and trying to farm. You see me, I brought in apples from Tanzania to grow in Grenada, and they are growing. We have apples on the trees. I saw them on Saturday, big apples, they turning red.
Which
growing.
area?
I have them in Mount Nesbitt.
Okay.
And we brought 1,000 plants a couple months ago, and people are buying them. I'm bringing in Hass avocados. I'm going to be bringing in grapes and a lot of other stuff to try to show that we can do. I want to grow Irish potatoes in Grenada, onions, and with my money. I don't want anything from anybody.
Right.
I'll use my money. Some people, when they get successful, they buy a plane, they buy a yacht. I want to farm.
Right.
Okay? I want to farm.
So you can show them what can be done.
Yes, I can show people what can be done. I think that a lot more is needed. We need to motivate the people more. And people traditionally see farmers as being a poor people. When you're a farmer, the bottom. No. Farming is a great, great, great job. You are feeding people.
Right.
How much people get the chance to feed people and be proud of it? You understand? And in farming, you can make a lot of money in farming. A lot of money in farming. It's not like when your grandfather,
used to farm.
Right now, farming could be done. I want to encourage anybody who have a piece of land, go ahead, do some farming. Contact me. We are here to help to facilitate the movement of your stuff. You don't have to plant your stuff and don't get no market for it. We have the markets. We are there. So use what you have, okay?
And on that note, I want to tell you thank you so much, Mr. Romain, for coming
Yes.
and sharing with us, because most people have heard of Labay Market. They've seen little snippets when other people visit you, and they do the little reels and so on, and go on Facebook. But it's very nice that you're home and that you have intentions of expanding and encouraging so that we can get things going as we talk agriculture and economic value.
Yes.
Okay.
I so appreciate you having me here. and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Viewers, this is where we come to the end of another of our GIS Spice Morning programs. I'm Sherry Ann Noel, thanking you so much for viewing.